Hi, I'm Michael Schaefer, the wine counselor, and I taste bad wine so you don't have to. Today we're going to learn about the 5 S's of wine. We're going to see it, we're going to swirl it, we're going to sniff it, we're going to sip it, and we're going to savor it. Folks, this is not rocket science. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm a sommelier, a certified specialist in wine. I'm certified to kind of show you the ropes in terms of learning to enjoy and appreciate fermented grape juice, because that's really all it is, folks. It's just fermented grape juice. We're going to start with the first S of the 5 S's of wine, and that is we're going to see it. And what we want to do when we look at the wine is we want to take and look down at the wine in a vertical way to see if we can actually see through the wine, how translucent it is. In most white wines, of course, we can see our fingers through the bottom of the glass. A lot of red wines, like this medium-bodied wine, we can also see our fingers through the glass. Some big, powerful reds, we really can't because they saturate the glass. Now, the second part of actually really looking and seeing the wine is to take a real simple white piece of paper, not a big deal, and we just take the wine and we put it horizontally against the white piece of paper, and we look at the wine from the base of the glass to the rim to see if it changes color, to really take a look at it. What can we tell from that? We can tell perhaps how old the wine is, maybe take a guess if it's been stored properly, maybe even hazard a guess at what type of a grape it is. So that's an easy way of taking a look at the wine and seeing the wine. Now, the second S is we're going to swirl the wine. Now, when we swirl the wine, we want to be careful. I am a professional, so if you try this at home, be careful because most of us don't look really good wearing, especially red wine. But if you're really not familiar with doing this, you might want to just take your glass and set it on the table and swirl it on the table so you've got a nice surface to do that. What are we doing? Why are we swirling the wine? I'm asked that all the time. Why would we want to swirl the wine? It looks so affected. It's not. What we're doing is we're getting oxygen in the wine. We're volatilizing the esters. What? Who's ester? What are we doing here? Esters are chemical compounds. But by volatilizing, what we're doing is we're getting oxygen in the wine so that what happens is we're releasing the aromas and the bouquet of the wine so that we can enjoy it to its fullest extent. That's what we're doing. So, again, keep it really probably on the surface, get it going. Now, we also want to take a look at the legs of the wine, come back, a little bit of the C, we come back to it to see if we can see the legs. If they're real thick, legs, tears, same thing, people use different terms. If they're real thick and unctuous and come down, maybe it's a wine that's got a lot of body. This is a medium-bodied wine, so they're not really that noticeable in terms of how big the legs are. It's not, as a lot of people think, an indication of the quality of the wine. All it is an indication of the body of the wine. And if you think about bodies of wine, you think about, well, what are you talking about, counselor? Well, if you think about skim milk, whole milk, and heavy cream. Skim milk is light, milk is medium, heavy cream has got that richness. Wine kind of comes in 3 different bodies as well. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to sniff the wine. And this is probably the most important part of what we're doing in the 5 S's of wine. We are not going to do this. No, that's for a perfume counter, cologne. We're not doing that. You're not smelling the wine when you do this. What we want to do is we want to get our nose in the glass and concentrate and focus a little bit. If I can get my nose in the glass, you can sure get your nose in the glass. What we want to do is put our nose in, take short little sniffs, close our eyes. Why would we close our eyes? Well, to focus our senses on the sense of taste. We also keep our mouth open a little bit to get more oxygen in. So we're seeing, we're swirling, now we're going to sip. We're also going to do the swoosh a little bit where we're taking oxygen in, and then when we do sip it, we're going to kind of chew it. Not quite gargle, but we want to get it all over our palate so that all parts of our tongue can taste and feel that wine. Watch. is delicious. All sorts of cranberry, cherry, strawberry, a little bit of mocha, delicious. Now, the last S is savor the wine. What do we mean by savor? Well, what we want to do is enjoy it. What's the finish like on the wine? Sounds better than aftertaste. And if you're a football fan, we're looking for a long hang time. We talk about hang time is when one team kicks the ball, the opposing team, the ball goes way up and stays up in the air. Long hang time so his teammates can go down and tackle the opposition. With the wine, what we want to do is the longer the finish, the better it is. Now, if you're spending $5 for a bottle, the finish isn't going to be as long as a bottle for $50 or a bottle for $500, but that's okay. Generally speaking, the longer the finish, the better it is. What we've done, folks, is really quickly gone through the 5 S's of wine to help you enjoy the world's most fascinating, interesting beverage a little bit more. Yes, it takes a little bit of effort. We don't quite chug it down like we do maybe a cold beer on a hot August afternoon or a shot of espresso. But what we do is build our sense of taste memory so that we can compare it to other things and have fun doing it. Get together with your friends, have a tasting. It's a lot of fun. I'm Michael Schaefer, the wine counselor. I taste bad wine so you don't have to. See you soon. Hi, I'm Michael. Thanks for watching my show. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to being your guide to the world of wine. We're going to learn how wine is made. We're going to learn how to properly taste wine. We're going to learn how to pair food and wine together to make both of them taste even better. We're going to learn how to read a wine list, and we're going to learn how to not be intimidated by that mystical wall of wine at the supermarket. Join me on my journey for an educational and entertaining time as we visit the world of wine. Thanks. I look forward to seeing you soon.